Are your dead relatives still hanging around? Are young children suffering in the family? Are you not able to get over a death in the family? Being human, our capabilities are limited. Still, there is a possibility to help those who are dead. Sadhguru says, as we have responsibilities for the living, we have responsibilities for the dead. Just like how birth is a process and it takes a period of over 9 months to become a full-fledged life, similarly, death is also a process and doesn't happen all at once. During the process of leaving the body, the Panch Pranas do not exit all at once but recede in stages. That is why during this stage, when a being is disembodied, confused, and in a transitory state, assistance can be provided. This can be done very effectively within first 3 to 5 days. Up to 11 days, the possibilities are pretty good, and up to 14 days, there are still some possibilities. But after that, it becomes difficult. That is why in this culture, we have an elaborate process going on for 14 days for the dead to make sure we provide them as much assistance as possible. Adolescents, a time when a human being is most susceptible to the influences of the dead. Sadhguru in Death book says that when we do not take care of the dead properly, the adolescent children in that society will suffer immensely. I remember when I was around 3 to 5 years of age, the whole extended family came together for a puja which went for a few days because the adolescent children were suffering in the family and somebody recommended a Shanti puja for the dead ancestors. Girls are even more susceptible to these forces, and I have suffered a lot during my late teenage, this being one of the reasons. I can't tell you about my whole story in this video, but if you are interested in knowing my story, you can watch this podcast on 𝗟𝗃_𝗲𝗃's channel. The link is in the description. Leave the dead to the dead. Let's try to understand this. A person develops strong Runanubandha with his loved ones like his parents, spouse, etc. When a person with who somebody had a Runanubandha dies, it is important to break it properly. Otherwise, it weakens one's body and psychological structure and can lead to certain derangements of life, which can be seen a lot in modern societies. That is why in Indian culture, many rituals are done after death to consciously dissolve the Runanubandha. We should live as a fresh life rather than a carbon copy of our ancestors, with all due respect for what they have done for us. Moving ahead in life is only possible when we drop certain things from the past, isn't it? That's where spiritual processes also play an important role. If you want to understand the nature of death, how you can help your dead ancestors or the person who is in the last stage of his life, you should definitely read this book. I have seen 5 deaths in the family in the last 3 years, and this book has helped me a lot. I recommend everybody to read this book at least once in their life. It will change your outlook of death completely. Now the question comes, how one can help a disembodied or a departed being? At Isha Yoga Center, there are 2 processes that are done for the dead, 𝗗𝗶𝗃𝗲 and 𝗗𝗶𝗃_𝗀𝗃. 𝗗𝗶𝗃𝗲 is a ritual done for the dead within a certain period of time. It brings a certain ease and pleasant transition for both natural and unnatural deaths. In case one misses the time period of doing 𝗗𝗶𝗃𝗲, he can go for another process which is called 𝗗𝗶𝗃_𝗀𝗃. This ritual can be performed anytime after death on any 𝗗𝗃 or new moon day. It can be repeated every month or every year. In this regard, Mahalaya Amavasya holds a great significance because an yearly 𝗗𝗶𝗃_𝗀𝗃 is conducted on Mahalaya Amavasya. This year, Mahalaya Amavasya is falling on 13th of October. Now, let's listen from Sadhguru about the importance of these processes and Mahalaya Amavasya.
As we have responsibilities towards the living, we have responsibilities towards the dead. Within a limited period of time after death, there is room for impacting the dead. Mahalaya Amavasya is an important day in this direction. If the death is of a certain kind, within a certain limitations of time, there is a way to impact life that is beyond this body. It is a responsibility that everybody should fulfill, that this is not a question of belief, this is not a question of religion, this is about understanding the accumulation of body is not the beginning and this embodiment is not the end, that there are other dimensions to life and there are ways to impact those dimensions. This day, Mahalaya Amavasya, is very significant for that. So that is why this 𝗗𝗶𝗃𝗲 and the way of impacting This culture has deeply invested in this because we saw that our responsibility for a life is not over with the end of the body.
I hope this video was helpful for you. The links for the processes are in the description. See you in next video. Namaskaram.